Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome to this week's In Service to the Heart. I'm really excited to share a very favorite practice of mine of working with our trustworthy allies to set energetic boundaries and to have a really solid practice of energy hygiene. This particular practice we're doing today is part of the initial assessment session with our lineage repair work of ancestral medicine, which I've been offering for 8 years through the work of Dr. Daniel Four. But we're going to really lean into those supportive allies in the unseen to go around the field of our being to set up energetic boundaries so that, and we're also going to have a pretty fair amount of cleaning and clearing. So I'll offer some suggestions at the end about how to care for yourself today. Let me just feel there's something else I wanted to share. Feel free to hit pause if you need more time as we go around the quadrants of your being. And if you're looking for a deepened practice of just working with your trustworthy allies for boundaries and clearing, there's a whole other video on clearing with your trusting allies, I think it's called. So you can check that one out. And that's a general overview. So in this particular practice today, we're going to work with your four primary lineages and where they weave in with your energy field and your physical body. So we're going to work with ritual east, which is the right side of the body, and that's the land of the father's people. So that would be whoever's the most recently deceased, whether it's your father or his father or his father, and then all the grandpas on backwards through time behind him. Ritual south is behind us, and that's the land of the father's mother's people. So that would be your father's mother, and then all of the grandmas behind her. If your father's mother is still living, then the first one there is your father's mother's mother. Ritual west is the left side of your body, and that's the land of the mother's people. And so whoever is the most recently deceased there, whether it's your mother or your mother's mother or your mother's mother's mother, and all of the grandmas on backwards through time there. And ritual north, which is in front of us, our front body, and that's the land of our mother's father's people. So your grandfather or his father being the first recently deceased and then on backwards through time. So we're going to take our time to get really well shored up in our ritual safety container. And I'm going to talk us through each of that very slowly and just keep doing the recording if you need more time. And we're really looking to lean into the allies here who are going to be the ones doing the work on your behalf. So if you start to feel like you're doing something, just keep asking your allies to do it for you. And this is going to be a really thorough containment of any like toxic or unsupportive or unhealthy infiltration from those lineages, and also like a cleaning up of. So it's like stopping the leak and then also a cleaning up of what's been happening in the landscape of your being. Could also be helpful to take notes later if that's something you're into, to just notice like how does it feel in your body, any images or intuitive information you get. And if you ever want to have a conversation about it, you're welcome to book a call with me or a discovery call if you want to just chat back about what you're experiencing and like how you can help support healing up the field of your people. But right now we're really focusing on you and really focusing on clearing any burden or impact that you're aware of, or even ones, especially ones that you're not aware of, so we can feel more liberated, more spacious, more clear, more intuitive, more available for the here and now. Okay, so let's try it, shall we? All right, so just to rehydrate, trustworthy allies are any beings, energies, or deities that you feel really good and connected with in your already established life. So maybe you have deep affinity for the ocean or for the mountains, or maybe you already are aware of a particular deity that is with you and available to you, like Mother Mary or Kuan Yin, or maybe there's an element like maybe like fire feels like your closest friend, and you can invite the spirit of fire to be the ally. So let's pause for a moment, closing down the eyes, just really letting go of everything that I've said because we're going to walk through it together here and now. And I invite you to come back and down in your seat. So start to establish feeling grounded, noticing your feet are on the surface of the earth, feeling like you can really lean into your chair, your seat that's holding you, that has your back, and dropping down into your base, that you're also feeling a sense of weightedness and leaning into like your bottom and what's beneath you. And taking a moment to gather all of your personal energy from the activity of your life, from the activity of your dream times, from the activity of day to day, just to feel a gathering and a landing and a welcoming of all of the personal energy that's available to you right now. Could also bring that in and into awareness just by noticing breath through your heart, acknowledging your belly, your hips, your legs, your feet. Noticing a little bit more like here-ness, presence. And when you feel ready, welcome around you any trustworthy ally that feels really good to you right now, one that you already have a deep and abiding relationship with. Maybe it's the moon, maybe it's angels. And if this is a new concept and experience for you, see how it feels to welcome the energy of the earth or the energy of love. So having a moment to welcome any ally of your choosing to be by your side for this practice today. And when you feel their presence, even just a tiny bit, when you have a sense of their presence and awareness of that, go ahead and ask this beloved ally for a blessing. Ask them to offer you and let yourself receive a blessing, like an energy transmission from this ally that just surrounds your overall personal space, encircles you with this blessing. Feeling totally surrounded, like well held in this container of love and support, this blessing of care. And let it feel snug, like a hug. And notice that it's an ongoing encircling, an ongoing embrace. So we're in our first layer of energetic boundary around your overall personal space. As we stay present in the center with this allyship, as we now turn our attention to ritual east, so the right side of our body and being, which is the land of the father's people. And so asking first for this ally to create a boundary between you and any of the unwell dead on this line. Asking this ally, please create an energetic boundary between me and any of the unwell on this lineage of my father's father's people, from the most recently deceased all the way back through time, to establish a boundary when you feel that energetic boundary, that barrier, a barricade, however it shows up for you. Asking now this ally, please remove from my personal space any infiltrating energies, any hungry ghosts, any unhelpful burdens, or anything that's generally unsupportive to me in my life. And allies, please set it far outside this new boundary. So asking the allies to set far outside the boundary anything that's unhelpful, unsupportive, toxic, whether it's a being, an energy, whether it's a inherited burden, you're just downstream of some junk, some stuff. Ask the ally here to set it outside your boundary and notice what you feel on that right side. And see if even the whole lineage just needs to be pushed back like 2 feet or more to live outside of your personal space. Feel that boundaries holding steady, and notice that your psyche, your nervous system, your intuition, you don't have to manage that or construct it or maintain it. You ask your ally to do that. Beautiful. And now finally ask your ally to offer you just a wash of luminescent energy to just clean and clear that newly reclaimed landscape of your being, that territory of ritual east, just to wash clean any impact, any ouchy spots. And when that feels complete for now, have a nice breath. Feel what you feel, notice what you notice, see what you see. So we turn our attention to ritual south. So behind our bodies, the land of the father's, mother's people. And so inviting your ally here to set, to create and maintain an energetic boundary with any of the unwell dead and then the unwell energies of this lineage of your father's, mother's people. So all of the grandmas on backwards through time. And asking your ally to establish a solid boundary. And then asking your ally to go ahead and clear from that direction, that space in your body and your field of being, any and all unhelpful influences, unsupportive energies, infiltrations, hungry ghosts. So any beings, any energies that are not yet well, that are not decisively well and supportive and a blessing to your life must be now extracted and placed behind that boundary. And letting your allies do that work. And moving anything, anyone out that is not fully well, that is not luminous, that is not yet elevated. And once that feels clear, asking the allies to go ahead and cleanse that newly opened space. To cleanse it, to illuminate it. Good. And that feels good for now. Just having a nice breath, inviting those allies to maintain and shore up those boundaries. And now we're about halfway through, so just notice east and south, so right and back. And so feel what you feel, if it's interesting, of like, what do you notice energetically in your awareness between that half of your field, your body, your being, and this left and front part that we're about to move into? Just to see if you notice contrast. And then we'll turn our attention to ritual west, the land of the mother's people. And so inviting this trustworthy ally to please establish a boundary between your body and being and the lineage of your mother's people. Inviting this ally to now clear from your personal space, your body, your field of being, any and all stuckness, toxicity, hungry ghosts, infiltrating energies that are not elevated or well, anything that's unsupportive, just generally unhelpful, and inviting the ally to liberate your personal space from all of those influences, all that which is known, unknown, conscious, unconscious, intentional, unintentional. So setting all of that, any infiltrating beings, energies, patterns, inherited burdens, etc., outside the boundary of your personal space. And then asking that ally to wash through, clean and clear that newly reclaimed landscape. And then moving finally to ritual north, the space in front of our body, the land of the father's people, so all the grandpas on back through time. Asking your trustworthy ally to establish a boundary with this lineage and any beings or energies that are not yet well, not yet elevated. And so asking this ally to create, to establish this boundary and to move it out of the field of your personal space. moving out all hungry ghosts, all energies, all influences, all things that are unsupportive, unhelpful, unwell from the lineage of the mother's fathers. So asking this ally continually, just keep clearing any toxic burdens, any unwelcome inheritances, anything you're downstream of, just to have it be set outside this boundary. And then to wash through the newly opened space, asking your allies to offer a cleansing for this clearing, this opening, just to illuminate and tend any parts of your field, your body, your heart, your being that needs up leveling from that movement. And then have a few breaths here, long, deep breaths to feel in all the directions around your body and your field of being. Notice what you notice. Feel what you feel. Ask your allies for any adjustments, like if any of the boundaries actually need to be even further back. Asking the allies for a comprehensive overall blessing of your whole body and your field of being, to feel and notice clarity, expanse, space, capacity to breathe. Maybe something surprising about how this feels to reclaim your personal space and your whole landscape of your being from any unhelpful, unwelcome, unsupportive energies or beings from these lineages, letting the lineages live now outside the field of your personal space. Having space only for that which is already well in spirit, elevated, a contribution, a blessing. And taking a moment to rest in the field of receptivity with your most trustworthy ally, to receive anything that this being, this energy has to share with you for right now. I invite you to attune to your ally as often as needed, to ask them to maintain the boundaries. Sometimes the unwell can be kind of pushy. And so just inviting a broad invitation for your ally to do this work on your behalf, to maintain your widened, reclaimed field of being. And so we breathe and we trust and we know, and we bless the possibility for and as each one attuning here and creating space and liberation from any unwell beings and energies of these lineages. We give thanks for the reclaimed relationships that are possible with those that are elevated in spirit, and these trustworthy allies who are so supportive and available and strong and a deep resource for each of us here having a human experience. So we're grateful, thankful, and we let it be. And so it is. So be it. So have 3 long, deep breaths here. And gently allow your eyes when you feel ready, inviting them to float to open, and I'll share a few things before we close. Letting your eyes open in their own time, in their own way. Great. I hope that was supportive, and I invite you to do that recording again so you can have as much time as needed. I'm going to be doing a talk on the ancestors in October. If you're curious about who they are and what is lineage repair and how does it work and what is the broader implications for ancestral healing for the global culture, as well as the communal and the familial and the personal. And the other piece I wanted to share was just take care of yourself today. You might, after doing this practice, you might have like emotional energy come up. You might feel tired. So drinking a good amount of water, spending some time with the earth, and just generally taking care of yourself, as you may have moved or had a lot moved out for you, which is really helpful and significant. Feel free to reach out with any questions or shares. And until next time, be very well. Peace and blessings.